Hi, everyone. We'd like to do a review here on force and motion and our famous scientist, Sir Isaac Newton, here on his three laws, because that was from a while ago, okay? So remember, there was a scientist by the name of Sir Isaac Newton. He made a significant contribution to the study of physics. What he contributed became known as Newton's laws of motion. What does that first law of motion state? Remember? The first law says that an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest, it's going to stay at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Okay, very simple. Something sitting is going to stay sitting. Let's think about a soccer ball. It's resting, it will stay resting until maybe someone kicks it, throws it, picks it up, and then it'll stay moving until another unbalanced force acts on it. That's his first law. Okay. Its nickname, the first law, is the law of inertia. Inertia. Remember that word? That's an object's tendency to resist a change in motion. Inertia is proportional, which means equal to the amount of mass an object has. The larger the mass, the larger the inertia will be needed. The first law also describes how forces act on an object is equal to zero if an object is at rest or not moving. So if it has no motion, the specific terminology or mathematical term here would be 0 newtons. Okay, 0 newtons. It has no force. The second law of motion, remember, this is actually a math equation. The acceleration of an object is equal to the force and mass, inversely proportional to the mass. So that equation is called the law of acceleration. It's basically saying that second law, think about a school bus versus what would be harder, to push a school bus or to push a bike? Okay, because the bus is obviously more massive, it has a larger mass. We need more force, okay, versus pushing that bike. Okay, so the bigger the mass, the harder it is to push, the more force and acceleration you will need. So, second law is saying with forces being equal, if an object has more mass, and it will accelerate at a lower rate than an object with less mass. Okay, mathematically, we did some practice here on task cards on how to calculate the force, which is mass times acceleration. Force is measured in newtons. Okay, mass could be grams and kilograms, and acceleration is measured in meters per second squared. And that third law of motion, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Its nickname is the law of action and reaction. When I think of the third law, I think of a rocket as it blasts off into outer space. As it goes up, that pressure is going down or in the opposite direction. Or when you are standing on a floor, even, you're pushing down and you don't see that invisible force is moving in the opposite direction that you are moving. Okay, so those are his three laws of motion. And hopefully that just gets it fresh in your head here. Okay, good luck. You got this.